One of the most challenging things about being a teacher, specifically at the secondary level, is collaborating and making sure that we have time to do all of the things with all of the people on our team. What I mean is, many of us are on more than one content team, which makes it a real struggle when it comes time for those Friday morning planning sessions where we're bouncing between different teams and we can't really get a lot done. So what I want to show you is how in Sibme you can make a huddle with your collaborative team and do all of this asynchronously with the power of some AI insights. All right, so like I said, we're going to use huddles to learn how to do some asynchronous collaborative planning together, sharing data, sharing lesson observations, all of the things that would be really awesome to do if we had the time, but we just don't have the time to do. So if you remember from our last video, I uploaded a PDF, used the Sibme AI insights to get ideas of like misconceptions my students had, make a plan for how I could teach them and address those misconceptions. And that's really great for myself. But what if I'm on a collaborative team where we're all teaching that same thing and we want to help each other out because we all probably are having students with similar misconceptions? Well, here is how you do that. We're going to jump over to the web version of Sibme and explore. Okay, so this is exactly where we left off from the last video in my workspace, my personal workspace, looking at resources. Here's that resource that we interacted with in the last video. I want to now share this with the people in my huddle. What I would do is click on these three dots and simply click share. And that will open up this window with all the huddles that I'm a part of, and I am going to put it in the test huddle because that's the one that I made for stuff like this. So I'll click share. So now it says up in the top, successfully shared. That's wonderful. So that resource, that PDF of all of my student work is now in a huddle. Think of it like a Google Drive, a shared folder where we can all see it and interact with it. But if you're not in a huddle, how do you make one? It's not that hard to do, actually. So if you come to the top where you have the navigation bar, click on Huddles. And then over in the top right, it will say Add Huddle. We'll click Add Huddle. And you'll get this dialog box. You won't see the new coaching huddle, but you'll see a new collaboration huddle, and you'll just click Create. Once you click Create, it will open up a dialog box where you can change the huddle name, you can add the people. Everyone in our account should be in there automatically, and so you can just do that. So I've already done this, which means I'm just going to come back up to huddles, and I'm going to go over to my test huddle that I made for this. And here is the document that I just added. So it's there, the 6th period anatomy worksheet. What I can do now is I can interact with it, use the Sibme AI insights. I can also look at the lesson plan, the videos, all the things that go along with that huddle, that group of things. Inside of the huddle, to further organize things, you can also come to the top and make a folder. So I could make a folder, and let's say that this is muscle unit, and create the folder. So now in the muscle unit folder, I can just put all of these different things, just click and drag them into that folder. So now when I look in the folder, I have just that lesson plan and the worksheet. So yeah, pretty easy to navigate back. Up at the top, you can see artifacts, go back to muscle unit, go back to test huddle, and that will be back in the main huddle. So I really like the way that this is organized as well, because it will show you in each folder what kinds of things are there. So resources are things like PDFs, videos, of course, URLs would be websites, notes, are there other folders inside the folder? So lots of ways to organize all of this. The last final thing that is really cool, let's say that I wanted to watch somebody's video that they uploaded of them teaching a lesson, is in this huddle, there's a space for video comments. So I can add a comment, and wherever I am, because I have this toggled at the bottom that says comment time, if I'm watching the video at this point, and I can say something like, what is the link for the video you showed. And I can add that right there, and it will timestamp it. So at 17 minutes and 27 seconds, I asked, what is the link for the video you showed? So now, as a member of that huddle, I'll be able to see, oh, somebody put a comment on this. I can read that comment and share the link of the video that I showed in that part of the lesson. All right, and there you have it. Just another way that you can use Sibme that isn't necessarily just recording a video of yourself teaching. Hopefully it was helpful learning how to make a huddle, how to share resources to a huddle, interact inside of them, and to add comments and to collaborate asynchronously, future style. If you found it helpful, let me know. If you have questions still, also reach out, let me know. And just remember that you guys are awesome. Great. See ya.